All right, so in this video, we're going to be talking about multiplying binomials, polynomials. Just to recap, so what is a binomial? Okay, let me type that out. Okay, what is a binomial? What is a binomial? So it simply means it's a math expression that is made up of two terms. Okay, two different terms connected by a plus sign or a minus sign. Okay, so a binomial is simply a mathematical expression of two terms connected by a plus or a minus sign. So for example, if you look here, we have 2x plus 1. So these are different terms. 2x is a term on its own, 1 is another term, and they are connected by a plus sign. That's just the idea behind a binomial. I mean, the word binomial. Now, let's try and expand the following. Start with the first one, which is 2x plus 1, bracket 3x minus 5. All right, so how do we expand or how do we multiply these two binomials? So there are actually three ways you can do it, but let me start with the first one where so the first thing that you can do is actually pick one of these binomials. Okay, just pick any of them and then you split them like this. So I'll split it like this. Okay, sorry about my pen. Let me do it in a very... Okay, so again, you pick one of the binomials and one of the two, and then you split them in this way. Oh, okay, let me just, yeah. Okay, so you can see now we have 2x and then a plus 1. So now we can write them separately. So we have 2x, we also have plus 1. Now we're going to multiply each of them with the other binomial. So we have something like this. We have 3x minus 5. Then we have 3x minus 5. And you might be asking, why did I split it this way? Why didn't I split it, let's say, like this? Like, didn't I just split it with the two? Like this, like the one it's on is because you want the sign to follow the one. Okay, because this is plus 1. You want the sign to be attached to the one here. Okay, so let's expand. How do we do this? So we multiply 2x times 3x, that will give us 6x squared. Okay, 2x times -5, that will give us negative 10x. Now we have a plus 1 times 3x, that will be plus 3x. Now we also have a plus 1 times -5. So it's a positive number times a negative number. That will also give you a negative number, which is -5. So we can combine everything together. We have 6x squared minus 10x plus 3x minus 5. Now we can actually work with this too. Negative 10x plus 3x. So what is a negative 10x plus 3x? So if I use this analogy, like I'm owing someone, let's say I'm owing someone 10 apples. I'm supposed to give them 10 apples, so I'm owing them 10 apples, and then I give them just 3 apples. So how many apples do I owe them now? I owe them 7 apples, so that will be negative 7x. So negative 10x plus 3x will be negative 7x. So we have 6x squared minus 7x minus 5. And just like that, we're able to solve this question. Okay, it's actually very easy. Okay, all you just have to do is split it like this, and then each of them. So again, let me erase this. When you're dealing with two terms, you just have to split like this, or you could also use 3x minus 5. You get the same answer. Let me just do that. You can skip the video if you want. Let me just do that just to show you that you get the same answer. Just put it like this, and then you have, let me go down. Okay, you would have 3x, and you have -5, put bracket 2x plus 1, 2x plus 1 here. Okay, let's open the bracket. 3x times 2x, that will be 6x squared. 3x times plus 1, that will be plus 3x. Okay, -5 times 2x, that will be negative 10x. Okay, -5 times plus 1, that will be -5. So again, if we combine everything, we're still going to get 6x squared minus 7x minus 5. So it's kind of it's easier this way because you don't have to put things like you don't have to use, how do I say, you don't have to, everything is written down and you can follow the steps and you always know if you made a mistake or not. Okay, when you write it down like this, you can always check if you made a mistake or not. For example, let's say you wrote, instead of having 10 here, you wrote, let's say, I don't know, let me say 7x. And then you say, oh, this isn't, it shouldn't be the correct answer. If you check again, where was this from? It was from here. -5 times 2x, which should be -10x, not -7x. Something like that, though. Like it just helps you to, let's say, check your answers again to make sure you're doing the right thing. That's why I like doing it this way. Now, for the other method, I'll use to answer the second question. Now here you can see we have a fraction. Okay, we have x minus 6 bracket, then half x plus 1. So what you can do is actually draw a square. Okay, just like the Punnett square in biology, in genetics, you draw a square. Okay, sorry about my. Okay. Oh God, this pen is not so strict. I don't know why it feels like this. Okay, you draw a square. Now, for the binomial on the left side, you can put it, on this side. You have x here, and then you have -6 here. And then for the one on the right, you have half x, and you have plus 1 here. Sorry about my writing. I'm trying to write well on this uh tab, but it's not so straight. Then from there, all you just have to do is start to multiply. Okay, you just always make sure that these numbers keep their signs with them. Their signs are attached to them. So let's start. X times half x. Okay, or x times x over 2. That will be, okay, that will be half x squared. X times a plus 1, that will be plus x. Okay. -6 times half x. So you can actually do, if you don't want to do it, you don't want to do some of the mental math, you can actually do it inside the box if you want. So you have -6 times half of x. That will be a -6 over 2. That will be -3, and or you get a -3x. Okay, and then we have -6 times plus 1. You can also write it out like this, times plus 1. A negative number times a positive number, that will give you a negative number, which is going to be -6. And you can just draw another box again just to show, the final answers if you want. Okay. So here we have half x squared. Here we have plus x. Here we have -3x. And here we have -6. So how do we arrange them? We can just do it in a zigzag manner, but it doesn't really, matter because when you actually write them out, it's always best to arrange from, the highest degree of the variable down. So you have half x squared plus x. Next one is negative 3x. Next one is negative 6. So you can see from x squared and which is the highest degree of x here. So it's x squared. So which is fine, right? So let's see, is there anything else that we can do? Yes. X minus 3x. So x minus 3x, that will be minus 2x or negative 2x, however you want to write it. This will be half x squared minus 2x minus 6. And this will be your final answer. Okay. Yeah, so this will be your final answer. Oh, yeah, you can actually, but there's no need to factorize again. You just want it to be like this. So this will be your final answer. So you can just use the box method. I prefer, you can actually use as any of these. You can use this, the first method, or you can use the box method. I think I prefer them because, you can actually do them in a neat way. You can always track your answers. Now let's do this one. Okay, let's do this one. So you can see we have, we have two binomials, and then we have another term outside. So how do we do this? Which do we use? So the first thing I always do, I always advise is try to deal with multiplying the binomials first, and then you can now, add this at the end. Or you could actually, maybe you could do it this way, where you multiply. Sorry, so my preferred way would be deal with the binomials first, and then you can now multiply with the 4x, or depending on what you want, you could multiply this two first, and then when you get your answer, you multiply it with this. Okay, but let me just do it the first way. Okay, let's do with the binomials first. So we have 3x minus 8 in brackets x squared plus x. So which one do you want to use? You want to use the square? Wait, what am I saying to? Let's pick the let's see. Let's pick the normal one where we just split. So we can split 3x minus 8 into this. Oh, see, this is the wrong way to split. So erase, split it well, we split it like this. So we have 3x, then we have minus 8. Okay, let's go. So now we have x squared plus x here, and we also have x squared plus x here, which is great. Let's multiply. So we have 3x times x squared. That will be 3x cubed. Okay, 3x times x. Okay, times plus x. Actually, that will be plus 3x squared. Negative 8 times x squared. That will be negative 8x squared. Negative 8 times plus x. Sorry about my pen. That will be negative 8x. Okay, combine everything together. So we have 3x cubed plus 3x squared minus 8x squared minus 8x. Okay, so we can deal with these ones. 3x squared minus 8x squared. They're the same, they have the same term, which is x squared, with the same variable. So x squared. So 3x squared minus 8x squared. So that would be minus 5x squared, or negative 5x squared. So we have 3x cubed minus 5x squared minus 8x. So now we're done with the first step. Okay, remember there was a 4x outside, so we can have something like this, 4x, and then in bracket, 3x cubed minus 5x squared minus 8x. So we don't have to do anything special. We don't have to split anything, just multiply the 4x by everything inside this bracket now. So 4x, let me just confirm that it's 4x, right? Yeah, 4x. Okay, what is 4x times 3x cubed? So 3 times 4 is 12. X times x cubed, so the degree of x will rise by 1. So that would be x to the power of 4 minus, because there's a minus sign here, 4x times 5x squared. So that would be 20x cubed. Again, we have another minus because 4x is a positive number. So this is going to give us a minus 4x times 8x. That will be 32x squared. So this will be our final answer. Is there anything else we need to do? No, I don't think so. So we have 12x to the power of 4 minus 20x to the power of 3 minus 32x to the power of 2. Okay, so we're done with this. You could also, if you want to do it the other way, you will still get the same answer. Okay, you still get the same answer. If you want to multiply 4x with 3x minus 8 first, and then when you get your answer, you now multiply with x squared plus x. It's also fine. Okay, like my teachers used to say, there are many roads to the market. Okay, there are so many roads to the market. As long as you pick the right, as long as they all lead you to the market, it's fine. I don't know if there's anything else, but if there's nothing else, I'll just stop this video here. And if you have any questions, please feel free to put in the comments. Thank you very much.